Yo, man, what's happening? Sorry, guys, it's been a minute. This is kind of like made in 1980s. The title was so long for this that I didn't want to put that made in 1980s on it also. But if it is conversation, if it is something I feel is pertinent to the ears, then most definitely it is under the umbrella of May in the 1980s. I am Camp from the Port. Thank you for tuning in when you decide to tune in. Man, it's time to get into my rap nerd bag. All right. And from the sound of my wife, I got to make this quick because she wants to hang out. So, yeah. Hey, look, you're a part of life just like that. Thanks, Bing, you're welcome. So, man, I call this the collision course. I have a hip hop theory. I call this the collision course. Diddy's reign versus Kendrick Lamar's message. And I wanted to sit on this for a while because I wanted to listen to the song a few more times before I really spoke about it. Because I take my rap nerdom so seriously, I never want to just hop out the window and give y'all my first hot take and then that be that. I don't want to do that. I want to give you a chance to really sit with the thought that I have. I think that I owe you more than to say, oh, this is hot, this is trash. I think I owe you more than just giving you surface level content and information. I will say that the two things I want to say about Watch the Party Die or The Day the Party Died, I'm not sure what the official name of the song will be, but I don't think it's 100% a Drake diss. I don't think that at all. I think a lot of people get wrapped up in that because it dropped after the Super Bowl announcement and the whole Wayne should perform for you people that just want a trash performance for halftime, and then everything, YMCMB, even though Drake and Wayne have obviously got some smoke and some tension, and it's just waiting to boil over. Like, I don't know if we have been paying attention, but I don't remember a time where Wayne has came to Drake's defense or Drake has came for Wayne's defense in probably like 10 years now, but we don't quite speak about it. It's interesting. But we'll move on because now I do think that The Day the Party Died or Watch the Party Die, the Kendrick new joint with the creased up Air Force Ones in black, is an industry diss. I do think it is an industry diss, and I think it's important to recognize it as an industry diss because of what's happening in the industry right now. As we speak, as I am speaking to you, as we are having this live, quite a few things are happening within the music industry specifically. One, it has been, I don't think it's alleged, I don't think it's rumor at all. 50 artists were cut from Atlantic Records over the last, week, maybe, something like that. Atlantic Records was, for about to say the last, 5 years, the home of all the viral stars. Like, everybody, if you went viral for something like halfway musical, you got signed to Atlantic. That one cowboy kid at Walmart was on there. Bad Baby, I think that's her name. Bad Baby, that the Cash Me Outside girl, for y'all that don't know. I want to say Tekashi was on Atlantic. Cardi B is on Atlantic, I believe. But they're the home, don't get me wrong, they had actual artists, that people that were trying to be artists, they were on there, but a lot of your viral sensations also got signed to Atlantic, and it is now being said that 50 artists were cut and more are being cut, and we are in the fourth quarter, so tax write-offs get real. But also, the news we can't get away from is Diddy. Diddy and the thousand uh the thousand containers of lube and baby oil and all these alleged tapes, freak off tapes, and the master of the party, the legendary partier Diddy, Sean Combs, is we're seemingly watching the party die right before our eyes. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. And then you have, on the flip side of this, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar on one of the biggest, probably most unprecedented years for a rap artist ever. Definitely in the top, like we'll just say 10. I don't want to do top 3, top 5. Let's just say top 10, especially of recent memory, especially for this era. I don't think we've seen a person turn a whole year on its ear because of diss records. Now, I know a lot of my made in the 1980s folks and my 70s and even 90s babies may say, well, what about Tupac would Hit 'Em Up? Yeah, that was one song. We've watched Kendrick Lamar run 2024 dissing one guy the entire year, and it's taken off like we've never seen before. And that's interesting considering where hip hop is. There are no true new next young stars, it seems, that's able to take over the game. The game has been firmly in the hands of Drake. Also, I would throw J. Cole in that mix. I would throw Kendrick Lamar in that mix. At one point, Big Sean and Wale had a piece of that game as well as Meek Mill. But now, the separation of the pack, now they were about, 10, 15 years removed from some of their first mixtapes, first projects, and things like that. All of them are celebrating at least a 10-year anniversary for one or two projects. And now it's seemingly a two-man race. Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And then the tracks start coming. And why does all of that matter today? Because I think Kendrick doesn't do anything by accident. I think Kendrick is a very strategic brother, and no way that with the Atlantic news, with the Diddy news, with the Super Bowl news, and the reaction to the Super Bowl news, did the day the party died come out just randomly. That ain't what happened. I will call cap forever to anybody who even believes that. Now, saying all that to say, it's still not a Drake diss. And even though I'm about to paint a picture for y'all, it's not 100% a Diddy diss either. It is a big FU to the industry. It is the calling for a changing of the guard. It is a way to further turn the industry on its ear as we close out one of the most interesting years in hip hop in some time. I want to say something that is believed to be urban legend, but at the same time, apparently those that were there actually know. The infamous Control verse, that was summer of 2013, right? So Kendrick Lamar on that verse rapped, "I'm important like the Pope. I'm the king of New York." And apparently Diddy had a really big problem with that. So much of a problem that he was going to step to Kendrick and try to pour some liquor on him and disrespect him. Now, the legend is that that did not happen because J. Cole interfered. And that is what led to the infamous fight between J. Cole and Diddy, where allegedly Diddy smacked Cole up and treated him real light skinned. I wasn't there. I can't speak to or against that, but that is what has been said that has happened. And only those that were there know. My theory is this: Kendrick Lamar never forgot that moment. My theory is also that Kendrick has been waiting for the day for the tide to turn or for the party to die on Sean Diddy Combs. Just my thought. And that's why this song resonates even more for me. Verse 2 of this song, right? There's a line in here in which he says, "The flashy nigga with nasty decisions using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home." You can't tell me in any world where we speak English and we are recognized as Black Americans and hip hop is the number one influence of today's society, that is not a reference to not only Diddy, but a lot of people like him. And as we get these horrific and nasty images of, the Cassie video and of Diddy, trying to play grab ass with Mike Tyson on Keenen Ivory Wayne's show, and the things that he's did to the band and to Day 26, and how what Aubrey O'Day, and I want to say the young lady, is her name Dawn? I forget right now, but you can't say with all of those things that exist that that's not about him. For a long time, seemingly decades now, many people have spoke out about Diddy and his antics and his behavior and his reign of terror. It's been a real thing. And for whatever reason, nobody has been quite powerful enough to take him down. And then, as he ascends to more power, it doesn't stop with Ciroc. All of a sudden he is, buying bigger companies. He's in cahoots with networks. He ends up helping develop another network in Revolt and all these other things. He's built a crazy conglomerate that's way bigger than the production company, that's way bigger than a record label. He is now literally owning very big pieces of the industry, and has recruited what some would think is an unstoppable army. He definitely thought so. I don't think he ever saw this day coming. I could tell he didn't think this day was coming by that first apology video, where he thought that he could just say, "Yo, I was out here effed up. Dang, I prayed and I went to therapy and I'm decent now. I'm good." And he thought that was going to get it done. That's how powerful Mr. Combs thought he was in the aspect of this whole fiasco. He thought one Instagram reel apology was going to get all this out the way. And there was a raid. there was a raid and a video leak, and that's what he thought was going to work. And now we have this. And I think, excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Apologies. I did not want you to hear that in the mic. Hey, look, you gotta be respectful to your audience, you know. I look at all that and then I look at Kendrick and what he did with Drake. Now, granted, Drake is the rap juggernaut, right? He transcended shoot all genres. You know, Drake isn't pop. He isn't just pop. He isn't just hip hop. He isn't just R&B. He isn't just anything. He's Drake. He's literally like Canadian, international, Canadian global star. And although the music, he's not growing with the music now. there was a time that every Drake drop resulted in 100 captions from 1,000 of the baddest chicks you could see on the internet. And now he's kind of become a caricature of himself in the aspect of now we're just respecting the tenure. And it ain't really the ladies now, it's the guys. It's the guys that want to be down. It's the guys that want to be rich. He's now just the safe horse to bet on. And Kendrick Lamar did everything in his power that he could to shoot that horse in the head and start making glue out of it. That's what Kendrick Lamar's mission was this entire year. And for the most part, it worked. And I'm saying that not because I believe that Drake's career is over by a long shot. You're not going to get rid of a guy with that many slaps just like that. It's just not going to happen. I think Drake stopped playing the hip hop game years ago. I think he stopped playing it with Hotline Bling, to be honest with you. So Views is where I have the part where, hey, I'm going to rap, but this hip hop thing that y'all doing, that's cool. That's cute. But I'm not that anymore. And I think that happened with Views, and which is fine. He doesn't have to be hip hop. I mean, he's from Canada. You know what I'm saying? He's from Canada. He's been singing and rapping the entire time. There is not one project that I know that exists that he's doing 100% rapping and nothing else. So that's cool. That is fine. But what many people think is a victory lap, I think is the kamikaze mission to a degree. And this is where the collision course takes shape for me. So, master plan. What if Kendrick's master plan is this? I cut the head off the new monster in the game, which is Drake. Unquestionably, the new juggernaut, the new monster that exists in this world, right? And many people would feel that that's the final boss. But oh no, not Kendrick. No. Kendrick wants to take out the entire industry. The day the party died is Kendrick Lamar saying, hey, F this whole industry. We need to burn all of this to the ground. He's treating this like Nino did the Carter. He wants to get rid of everything and everybody that is not truly about the culture, who's only about money and power and the sick and twisted things that they do with it. Now, that list gets pretty deep. He attacked media in that piece. He attacked certain artists. He's asking, what would Lecrae do? And D1 gets a positive name mention. And I got to figure out, I think I know, I'm piecing together what that other bar is about. And I'm telling you, if that bleeped out bar has anything to do with Diddy, just so you heard this theory here first. Just please. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. I just want my recognition for now. But as I listen to the song and I listen to it over again, and I listen to it again, I'm like, wow. I'm like, he's really He really has a strategic plan. And it looks to be like a kamikaze mission, to where the point he knows that he doesn't need the industry either. Very few artists get a chance to achieve success at the level of Kendrick Lamar and truly be bigger than the industry. Kendrick is bigger than rap, the genre of music. He's bigger than that. He can do anything, anywhere, anytime. And he's also proved that he can do it without succumbing to all the things that many people say you have to do in order to make it. He didn't. I'm not going to be so cliche as the whole sell your soul thing. Skip all that. He hasn't made the string of girl tracks. He hasn't done the party anthem. He hasn't, glorified or sensationalized drug use or sex to a degree. Like he's basically told a lot of stories that are affecting Black people, Black humanity, culture, even America. And even though I have been very critical of a lot of the quote depth of a lot of Kendrick Lamar's records, none of it has been bad. It just hasn't been my favorite. But the Kendrick that we are getting in 2024, that is saying, hey, let's be more direct. Let's really get people out the paint. Let's really set the industry on its ear and totally wreck everything and leave. I really like this guy. I really like this guy because he's giving us what so many people said they want to do or would do. This is the energy of Mos Def. It's the energy of Dead Prez. It's the energy of Nas. When he was making the Nigger album and things of that nature. And it's needed, especially since they've reduced our music to just binary code now. It's 0 and 1, 0 and 1. But what did it stream? What are the numbers? What are the units move? What is the bundle? All of that. And Kendrick is doing an amazing job of calling it out. And to kind of summarize and maybe continue a little bit more, I think the collision course is, while Diddy is going through this, raid / exposing / being jailed and denied bail, and now he's struggling. He's grasping and for straws. Hey, as he said, he's scrambling and scraping and shit. You know what I'm saying? He like it when you like that, daddy. When you scrambling and scraping, that's what he doing right now. And I just don't think it's a coincidence that Kendrick drops a song like that the day the party died, and it don't have no meaning to that. Because Diddy was the party. For a lot of people in this industry, Diddy absolutely was the party. This was the party you had to go to. This was the party that could make or break your life. This is the party that when you got invited, you told people and you showed up and you tried to take all the pictures you could. You tried to hang out all night, and you did that in an effort to get to the next level. And right now, figuratively, metaphorically, we as hip-hop consumers, especially us that have been around since the 90s, we are literally watching the party die on Kendrick's watch. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what's next. I think that everything is strategic. I don't think this is the last song we get from Kendrick. I would love some more direct shots. But at who? That's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. Because now I believe Kendrick is just speaking in general to the people that have been outside for a minute. You know, if you start listening to rap during the pandemic, hey, this ain't for you. You know, if you know your hip hop knowledge starts at Section 80, hey, this ain't for you. You know, this is maybe for the people that were around since Paid in Full. This might be for the people that have been around since Run DMC's Raising Hell. This is for the people that truly understand and bought Ready to Die and All Eyes on Me and Life After Death and Machiavelli in Real Time. I think this is for us now. So when he's speaking, it's going to be hard to ignore that we comprehend this one. It ain't going to take no master's degree or no doctorate to, you know, decipher and discover here. But as we watch so many of our prominent figures who just happen to be Black, as we watch them all fall in very nasty and disgusting ways, it does really look like as the industry comes crumbling down, at least for urban music. I won't speak for the whole industry. Let's just say just urban music, hip hop and R&B. As it comes tumbling down, it appears that only Kendrick Lamar will be the last man standing. And that's possibly because J. Cole is too scared. That's it for me, y'all. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this when you can or when you did. I would love to pick someone else's brain and just go over some of the things on my mind as I go through this live. This is fun for me. I love to bend my mind in this direction. This is great. Please be safe, whatever you do out here. Put better messages in your mind. This music is a sign of the times. And drug use is up. Shootings are up. Living life and enjoying life is down. It's not by accident. So please, y'all, please. I encourage you all to be your best self and be safe out there. And just know, it's always love.